Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my first lesson of D1, chapter number 1, exercise 1B, that is about the real life application of LCM and HCF. In this class, I'll be discussing two questions from the past papers, and these questions are based on the concepts of exercise 1B. I want to give the idea to my students that these concepts and exercises are really important for your O level examinations, and these lessons I'm making especially in order to overcome the learning loss of our students due to the COVID-19 and to bridge the gap of the syllabus. Okay, so let's move to the first question, and the questions that I'm discussing are from the past papers, that is 4024 October November 19, and this is 1 1, and question number 14 is okay, this question is question number 14, and the second question I'll be discussing the year later. But let me read the question from the paper carefully. Question says that I hope the question is coming. Yes, P equals to 2 cube 3 multiplied by 5 square, and Q equals to 2 multiplied by 3 square multiplied by 5. And the first requirement of the question is find the highest common factor HCF of P and Q. And the second is find the lowest common multiple LCM of PQ and 21. Give your answer as the product of prime factors. Okay, read, underline important terms of the question and follow the instructions which are given in the question. And then the last part is find the smallest integer n such that Pn is a square number. Let's discuss each part one by one. If we look at the question, we can see that the two numbers which are given in the question, they are P equals to 2 cube multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 square, and Q which is 2 multiplied by 3 square multiplied by 5. Now recall the concept of HCF. HCF is the highest common factor. Now look, as I want to give this lesson as an introductory lesson, so maybe some of my students can find difficulty, so I'm breaking. Otherwise, at this level, you are not allowed to write the short form, the index notation in this way. You should have good grasp by observations. So P can be written 2 cube, 3 is coming once only, and 5 is coming twice. 5 multiplied by 5, and Q is 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5. HCF, highest common factor. So if we look at 2's, I can see that I have only one place where 2 is coming as a common factor. Moving to 3 is just one time common, and again 5 is just one time common. I have to loop up the values, and it means that HCF will be 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5, which is 5 3s are 15, 2s are 30. And now as we are in the big class, we are in O2 level, so we are not supposed to do it. If you want, in the beginning you can do that, but now look at the numbers and the powers, and through observation as well. When there is no power here, it means that there is understood power 1 here, and 2 raised to power 3 and 2 raised to power 1. What will be the common factor? That will be only 2 coming to 3, that is 3 raised to power 1 and 3 raised to power 2. Again we have 3 ones only, and again for 5. So HCF will be 5 times 3, 15 2s are 30. I hope students you are really clear that how to find the HCF of two numbers when the numbers are already factorized and given in form of the index notation. Numbers are given in index notation. These are the terms and vocabulary that we should have the clear grasp on that before moving to the exam. Coming to the second part, that is the lowest common multiple or LCM of PQ and 21. We have to find LCM, least common multiple, and for least common multiple we know the definition of least common multiple is the product of common and non-common factors, and commons have to come with their maximum power. Now we are given with P that is 2 cube multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 square, and Q is 2 multiplied by 3 square multiplied by 5, and we have to take the additional number as well. Let R be 21. Either we can give some name or we can write 21 3 times 7. Okay, and now LCM of these three numbers, LCM, product of common and non-common factors, and commons have to be coming with their largest maximum power. Now if we look at the question, we can see 2 is coming here, 2 raised to power 1, and here 2 raised to power 3. So from 2's I have 2 cube, moving to 3, here 3 is coming with power 1, here 3 is coming with power 2, and again 3 is coming with power 1. So the largest power of 3 here is 3 square, and for 5 it is 5 square, and as LCM is the product of common and non-common factors, so if we look at 7, we do not have 7 in the other two numbers, but in LCM 7 must be coming, and this is the LCM of your three numbers, that is PQ and 21, and as the question says the product of prime factors, so I will be leaving my answer at this stage. It's really important that we have to read the question and follow the instructions given in the question. And third part, moving to third part, C part, find the smallest integer n such that Pn is a square number. Pn is a square number. Okay, so what we have to do, square number. Now first let's discuss and make our mind that what are the square numbers. Like if we talk about 1 square, this is 1, and if it is 2 square it is 4, or 4 is 2 square, or if I'm writing 9 here, it's 3 square. If we look at the pattern, we can see that if the number is a square, it can be expressed with even powers. Now we have to first look at P and then additional number n, 2 raised to power of 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 square. If we look at the powers of 2, they are odd. Okay, here my students should have the good command on the laws of indices as well, that when we multiply two numbers with the same basis, what we have to do, like 2 raised to power of 2 multiplied by 2 raised to power of 3, we have to add up, we have to write the basis once and we have to add up the indices, 2 plus 3, and this will become 2 raised to power of 5. Now look here, 2 has the power 3, but I want to turn this 2 in such a way that when I'm taking the square root of this number, I can take out this 2 easily from the square root, and odd powers cannot be taken out easily out of square root. So here I should have some even number with me. So in order to make this power of 2 an even number, if I am simply multiplying this 2 raised to power 3 by one more 2, it will become 2 raised to power 4. So for 2, we are deficient of 2 only. Coming to 3, 3 has the power 1. What power of 3 I have to multiply here so that I can get power of 3 2, one more 3, and if we are looking at 5, that is already squared. So the n that we need so that this number Pn becomes a perfect square. So n will be equal to 2 multiplied by 3, which is equal to 6. And let's have the idea experience here that whether really after multiplication of this factor we are getting a perfect square number or not. When 2 raised to power 3 is multiplied by 2 raised to power 2, it becomes 2 raised to power 4. And when 3 is multiplied with one more 3, it becomes 3 square, and 5 square is as it is. And now when I will be taking the square root of this, I have to take 1 by 2 power, and according to the laws of indices, it will become 2 square multiplied by 3 multiplied by 15. 15 to 15 4s are 60, so and 60. So we can easily take the square root of this number without calculator. So I hope you are clear that how we are finding the smallest integer n. After multiplication of that integer, the already number which is given to us becomes the perfect square. I hope you are okay with this question, and now let's move to the other question. And this is the question I'm taking from May-June 18, and variant is 402421. Okay, and question number I hope is question number 1, C part. Question 1 C part says that write 540 as the product of prime factors. Okay, and find P is the smallest possible integer such that 540p is a square number. We have to find square root 540p, giving your answer as the product of prime factors. Okay, now see students that although these questions are from D1 chapter number 1 from the very basic book, but they're really important, so please have the focus on these all questions. So the first part says that express 540 as a product of prime factors. So this was also one of the problems that I was finding in my O2's papers, that students were not performing the complete process properly. So I thought to make a demo lesson on this topic as well. So first of all, 540. And here the test of divisibility has to be really clear to all of you, as the, it's ending at 0, so we can divide it easily by 2. 2 2s are 4, and then 2 7s are, and again 0, and then 2 1s are, 2 3s are, and 2 5s are. And now look, it's not ending at 0 and even number, so I will not be thinking about 2. And then 5 3s are 8 plus 1 9. 9 is divisible by 3, so I can divide easily this number by 3. 3 4s are 12, and 3 5s are 15. Again 5 plus 4 is 9. 3 15s are, and then again 3 5s are, and 5 1s are. 5 1s are. Okay, 5 3s are 15, 3s are 45. 45 multiplied by 3. 45 multiplied by 3. 5 3s are 15, 4 3s are 12, and 113, 135 multiplied by 4. 4 5s are 20, 4 3s are 12, and 2 14, and 540. Okay, look students, what I want to tell you, that we always have to begin with the smallest prime number. For the prime factorization, no choice of composite numbers at all. And the next thing, and the important thing, is that you have to observe the pattern carefully, that I'm not picking up the numbers abruptly. I'm going in sequence. I'm starting with 2, then I'm checking 3, and then I'm moving to the next prime number. So these are the instructions that you must have to follow while you are doing your prime factorization. Okay, now what I have to do, I have to write 540, and in front of this I have to write the factors which are coming. 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3, how many times? 3, multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3, 5, and 1. It's understood that 1 is a hard and fast factor. Now look that 2 is coming how many times? 3 is coming in how many times? Write them in index notation form, in short form. This is 2 square multiplied by 3 cube and multiplied by 5. Okay, they are the factors of 540 multiplied by 1. I hope you are clear about how to make the prime factorization and how to express any number as the product of prime factors, and how to express the number as index notation. Okay students, please give focus on this question. In this question, I am teaching you the method of writing the number as the product of prime factors and expressing the prime factors in index notation as well. Moving to the second part that says p is the smallest possible integer such that 540p is a square number. 540p is a square number, and then we have to find square root 540p, giving your answer as a product of prime factors. Again, recall that if 540p is a square number, then powers of every number must be even. Okay, they will be the product or multiples of 2. So first of all, we have to find that what is the value of p, 540p, which is making this 540, which is not a perfect square number, a perfect square number. So again, 2 square multiplied by 3 cube multiplied by 5, and now we have to think about the value of p, that what will be that number which is making this 540 perfect square. If we look at the powers of 2, they are already coming in form of pairs. If we look at 3, it has power 3. Okay, and I want to make it, I want to turn this power 3 like 3 raised to power 4. So what am I supposed to do here? I have to multiply this 3 by one more 3. 3 again. If we look at 5, we can see that 5 has the power 1 here. So 5 will have to be multiplied by one more 5. So in this way, that when I will be joining this 3 with 3 cube, it will become 3 raised to power 4, and I can easily remove this 4 by the square root, and again for 5 it will become 5 square. And now the requirement is square root 540p, and for that purpose what we have to do is we have to first write the actual value multiplied by 5, and this is the value of p, 3 multiplied by 5, and then what we have to do, we have to keep this whole value under square root. And now 2 square and 3, when this 3 is multiplied by 3 raised to power 1, by laws of indices it will become 3 raised to power 4, and same for 5 square and raised to power 1 by 2. And now again apply laws of indices, that 2 square multiplied by 1 by 2, 3 raised to power 4 multiplied by 1 by 2 multiplied by 5 square raised to power 1 by 2. This is 2 goes with 2, 2 goes with 2, 2 ones are and 2 twos are, and this becomes 2 multiplied by 3 square multiplied by 5, and this becomes 9, 5s 45, 45 multiplied by 2 is 90. Okay, so this is the answer for this question. and as the question says, given your answer as the product of prime factors, so we can give our answer at this stage as well, because the question says that we have to give the answer as the product of prime factors. Students, I hope you are really clear that how we are finding that smallest integer n or p which is making some given number a perfect square. I hope please you will be watching and understanding this lesson so that you can understand the past paper questions properly. These are one of the most important concepts of your O-level examination. All efforts are to facilitate my students and to bridge the gaps due to the crucial period of COVID-19 and to overcome the learning losses. Please watch my lessons, like, share and subscribe the channel and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.